What's going on, everyone? It's episode 39 of Rising Above Adversity AFC Bournemouth, and once again the focus of today's episode is on the Europa League as we take on Ajax in the second knockout round. But for a few moments we're just going to touch on the league. There's only been one game in between this episode and the last one, and we beat Chelsea in the Premier League 2-1. Things are really hotting up now, guys. We took the lead through Entep. They equalised through Van Ginkel, but Joaquin Correa popped up with the winner in the 58th minute, and that leaves us still top of the table. And you can see we're 3 points clear with a game in hand over Manchester City. We're 6 points clear of Spurs in third. We've got a really nice cushion at the moment, and I mean, week by week, the belief is just starting to get bigger and bigger that we can actually win the league, but there's still a little bit of time to go. I mean, what I think I'll do is I'll carry on playing through. Of course, if we get through the Europa League, I'll carry on covering the Europa League games. But of course, as we get to the the right business end of the season, the last few games or so, is when I'll really start to put more emphasis on the Premier League. But it's unbelievable what's going on at the moment. City are kind of dropping points in weird games at the moment. Of course, they are the holders of the Premier League, but they're really dropping points in games that they shouldn't be, and it's giving us a great chance. But anyway, we're going to focus on the Europa League. As I said today, we've got Ajax in the second knockout round. So let's get to the team news for the first leg. Right then, so I should probably start off by talking you through some injuries, because we've got a few to some key players. I'll take you down, and we'll start off with Luciano Vietto. Well, his season's over. Broken ankle, out for 3 months. Not ideal at all, especially when you go down a little bit more. And we've got Will Keane out for 2 to 3 months with a torn hamstring. So we've only got one recognised striker in the squad for the rest of the season in Anthony Martial. It's not a great situation to be in. Vietto's been in sensational form this year. 22 goals in 30 appearances. So it's a bit of a blow to have him out for the rest of the season. Benjamin Nunes is currently out, but it's not a serious injury. He's only out for 2 to 4 days, but he will miss this first leg and probably the next league game as well, that we've got coming up against Leicester in a few days' time. And then Sudacek, you can see there, is out with a groin strain. He's back in a few days' time as well. So not great on the injury front, but this is the team for the first leg. We're at home, so we've got Bardi in goal, Debuchy, Mamana, Lee Song-yong and Oviedo as the back four, Cubas and Stanku in central midfield, Nathan Redmond on the right, and I'm trying Correa as a trequartista. The reason being is that Fekir is currently not that great in terms of his fitness, his condition. You can see only 80% there. So I'm going to have to rest him for this game. And we're really short on midfielders at the moment. So I've had to drop Stanku back. And I'm going to try Correa in a trequartista role. He's one of our more creative players. So I think he'll do quite well there. But then we've got Entep on the left wing. And then we've got Martial up front. I've not really had a look at Ajax's team. So I'm not quite sure, the kind of quality that they've got in their side. But we're at home, so we'll definitely be looking to stamp our authority on the game. It's not often that I talk about the opposition's system before going into a game, but well, just look at that Ajax set. I really don't know what to make of that. It looks awfully defensive. 3 centre backs. They've got 2 wing backs, 2 defensive midfielders, 2 centre mids, and then a striker. Yeah, I really don't know what to make of that. I've never come up against anything like that. But it seems like Ajax are definitely setting up to get at least a draw here. Very defensive system, but we'll see how it pans out during the game. Well then, we're coming towards the end of the first half. Not a single highlight has come in the game, and Ajax's defensive setup so far is working perfectly. Our usually creative force hasn't clicked into gear just yet. I mean, we are missing some players, but I would have expected a lot more in that first half. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to switch to attacking. Ajax don't look like they want to come forward in this one. They're quite happy to sit back and defend in it. So let's take the game to them and hopefully create a little bit more, or a lot more, in the second half of this game. And the corner comes in from Correa, just an hour gone, and it's a penalty. We haven't been able to create much there, but Ajax have given us the opportunity to take the lead it's been a dull game from a video point of view for you guys, for the neutral. It hasn't been a great video so far properly, but hopefully Martial can step up and put us in front, and he does. The confident French forward there always comes up with big moments, and he's done it once again, and we lead 1-0 with 25 minutes to go in this first leg. About 15 minutes to go in the game, so I'm going to make a change. I'm not actually sure who I can bring on. We haven't got too many options. I'm actually going to bring Para, who can give us a little bit more on that left back role, getting forward. Can pose a bit more of a threat than Oviedo, I feel like, so I'm going to bring him on. Apart from that, no, I'm not going to make any more changes. There's not really anyone I can bring on who can influence the game. Fekir's not... Actually, no, I might bring on Fekir. Yeah, I'm actually going to bring on Fekir. I'm going to switch Ntep to the right wing. Switch Correa back onto the left wing where he usually plays. And I'll bring off Nathan Redmond on in place of Fekir. Yeah, that's the changes I'm going to make. 50 minutes to go, sorry, as I said. Hopefully we can get another goal in this one, hopefully. I really want us to have a nice little lead going back to Amsterdam, sorry. And then we'll force them to come out and be a bit more attacking in the second leg. They've really just sat back this whole game and posed no threat whatsoever going forward. And we're coming towards the end of the game, final few minutes, and Ajax are on the counter-attack here. Bolatti on the ball. Do not concede now. We look a bit outnumbered. Oh, it's a great save by Bardi. He saved us on so many occasions this season. Come up with some really important saves, and he's done it once again there to deny the Ajax forward. And there it is, full time in this first leg. 1-0 is the result. A really dull game, in all honesty. But after seeing that Ajax formation, I wasn't expecting an exciting game. But we've got a 1-0 lead. The penalty from Anthony Martial was enough to give us the win. And the second half going to be interesting, of course, away from home. We've got a very narrow lead, so we need to be at our best to come away with something from... away from home against Ajax, sorry. But of course, we've got Leicester in a few days' time, as I said, in the league, away from home, that one. So I'm not actually going to cover that one, but of course, I'll let you guys know the result. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go, I will show you the result at the end of the Leicester game, and then we'll go forward to the second leg against Ajax. Well then, we've just lost 3-0 to Leicester City. Not the result I was expecting. We had a player sent off, actually. Winston Reid got sent off in the 45th minute, but... from the start, from the get-go, really, we were just poor on. Leicester were fully deserving of the win. Fekir's got injured as well. He's only out for 7 to 10 days, but it's not ideal because we've got, enough injuries as it is. And I'll show you the Premier League table quickly, but we're still on top. Man City have closed in on us, though. They're level on points with us now. Of course, we still have that game in hand. But anyway, we'll stop focusing on that for now, and we'll go back to focusing on the Europa League. We've got that second leg against Ajax coming up in a few days' time. So let's get to the team news for that game. Right then, thankfully we are able to welcome back a few players from injury for this second leg. Nunes is back in the team. He's going to go slot in at central midfield alongside Andres Kubas. And we've also got Sergei Sudachuk back from injury, but he's not quite fit enough to start, I don't think. So I'm going to start him off on the bench. I've made a few changes from the first leg. Zadrahal's coming for Debuchy at right back. As I mentioned, Nunes is back in the team, and Nathan Redmond, has dropped to the bench, and also Lee Song-yong is in for Winston Reid. I think that's about it for the changes. Or Para as well is in the team for Brian Oviedo. So 1-0 from the first leg. Ajax will most definitely be looking to, or I hope they'll be looking to attack a little bit more in the first leg. They were really defensive in that first game, but of course with that deficit they will need to come out on the front foot, and hopefully that will play into our hands with the attacking talent that we've got out there on the pitch. Ajax setting up with a bit more of a conventional 4-3-3 system for this game, which I kind of expected, and they are on the attack early on, and that is not ideal. João Suarez 1-0 on aggregate, 1-0 on the night. And just a few moments later, Stanku has picked up an injury. As I was saying pre-game, it's nice to have some players back from injury. We go and pick up another one in the game. I'm going to move Nunes out the pitch I'll switch Kubas into the Roman playmaker role. I'm going to have to bring on Sergej Sidorchuk. Hopefully we don't suffer any more injuries. It's been a real struggle this season with injuries. Somehow we've managed to get through it all the time though, so hopefully we can do that again. 1-0, not a good start. Ajax has definitely been more adventurous in this second leg so far, as you would have expected. But we need to stay strong and hopefully get an away goal in this game. Been an even game so far. Of course, Ajax have the lead, but Lee Song-yong hits the bar. The corner floated in by Correa, and Lee Song-yong unlucky there not to get us level in the game. 1-0 at half-time to Ajax, 1-1 on aggregate, so things all level as it stands. Really want us to get an away goal in this one. Ajax, since the goal really, there hasn't been much happening apart from that Lee Song-yong header. But we'll see what happens in the second half. Hopefully we can provide a bit more of a threat going forward. Right then, early stages in the second half, and there's a free kick from El Ghazi, and it falls to the feet of João Suarez. And it's 2-0 Ajax, 2-1 aggregate. But we know if we get a goal, we would be going through on the away goals rule. But we've got a lot of work to do in this tie. And there's another highlight coming. Ajax could be on the attack again. We're letting it go at the moment. El Ghazi into João Suarez. This João Suarez guy has got a hat-trick. Oh my god. We've completely fallen apart. Who is this guy? I need to have a look at him after this game. But he's put us 3-0 down and 3-1 on aggregate to Ajax. It doesn't look like they're going to be done as El Ghazi plays it through to João Suarez again. And we've literally just... It's been an even game, but in this second half, we've just completely fallen apart. João Suarez has 4 goals. This is unbelievable. Right then, 20 minutes to go. I'm going to have to make changes. We need to score 3 goals. I can't believe this second leg. I mean, I haven't really even got anyone to bring on. I mean, Joaquin Correa's had a poor game, but he's one of our main players. I haven't got a striker who can influence things, or I haven't got a striker at all who I can bring on. So I'm not sure what I can actually do here. I'll chuck on Nathan Redmond, I guess. I don't know what to do here. We're gonna have to change the tactics a little bit more. If it lets me get this change to attacking, we're gonna have to chuck everything at Ajax now. Much higher defensive line. We'll go route 1, and yeah, we've got to throw everything at them now. I really can't believe how we've completely fallen apart in this second half. It's been a really even game, you can see from the stats. But Ajax have just been incredibly clinical. That João Suarez fella. 4 clear-cut chances, you can see there, and they've taken every single one. And it's 4-0, 4-1, and again, looks like we're about to crash out of the Europa League. We have a chance to hit him on the counter-attack. Para, oh, he runs straight into the man. Good tackle, but we still regain the ball. Good passing, but we need to get it forward. Martial, come on, do something with it. Play the pass, come on, into Sidorchuk. And Zadrahal, the right back, gets forward. Find the pass to Martial, and Martial pulls one back. Come on, 15 minutes left to go. We've pulled one back. We still need 2 more, but we've got some hope through that Martial goal. And as the clock ticks down, it looks like we may not have enough time. Redmond to Para. Oh, Lee Song-yong's in there. It's bobbling about. Oh my god, how did we not stick the ball in the back of the net there? Unreal. We've still got it, and it's just going to fade away into nothing. And there's the full-time whistle. Our Europa League campaign has come to an end. That second half performance was dreadful, and it's cost us in this tie. We go out 4-2 on aggregate. I had a lot of hope coming into this second leg that we would, really kind of kill off this tie. But João Suarez, let's have a look at him quickly. He looks, well, I don't know, he looks alright. His finishing is brilliant, and we saw that in the game on loan from Porto there. Looks a decent striker. His finishing is definitely top notch. It was an even game, as I said many times throughout the game, but Ajax were just clinical and we crashed out. So anyway, let's have a look at the fixtures that we've got coming up next. So all our focus is on that title race in the Premier League now. We've got Derby coming up next in just a few days' time. It really is crunch time now. I'm not sure when I'm actually going to come back. I'll probably come back towards the end of the season. We'll have a bit of a title race showdown. Not sure. I'll let you guys know. Of course, you guys will know when I come back. But if you enjoyed this episode, I know I didn't. But if you did enjoy it yourself, do leave it a like. And if you're not subscribed to the channel just yet, please do subscribe to the channel. But for now, it's been Halfback FM, and I'll see you guys in a bit.